All right, so I'm getting a lot of panicked messages. A lot of people saying, did you hear what Trump said last night at the rally? He was talking about his little secret that he's got with Mike Johnson. Oh no, this means he's gonna, he's got a plan to steal the election. And like, I don't mean to make fun because I understand we're all very anxious and like it's an anxiety provoking time. But I do really want to try to remind you that, like, as Dr. Arlene has said in a couple of her recent posts, I highly recommend that we all take a breath. I want to remind you back in August when Rachel Maddow did the piece about how the Georgia election board was going to steal the election from us, and I got so many panicked emails. Remember I told you then? I don't want to say I told you so, but I was like, take a breath. It's going to be okay. There's a system of law in place and they're going to get this worked out through the courts. And they did. It's been worked out through the courts. And it has been the Georgia Supreme Court just, I think today or yesterday, affirmed their decision that everything is going to stay the way it was before and we're going to have a normal election in Georgia, normal as normal can be right now. And the point is that there's a lot of anxiety-inducing energy. And Trump plays into it because, again, remember, this is a candidate who has nothing to offer. He doesn't have policies. He can't string a sentence together. His economic plan is a catastrophe for our economy. His mass deportation plan is a catastrophe for our economy and for human rights. He's got nothing else. Everybody laughs at him. He's, losing his cognitive abilities. And so fear, he falls back on fear. That's what he knows to do. So he's threatening, he's saying he's got a plan with Mike Johnson. What he's referring to, and this is according to Heather Cox Richardson and Dr. Arlene and a couple of other people I've looked into this, is a contingent election. So he wants to basically throw the election results into doubt and then it gets thrown to the House. And then the House will get to make up the decision. And presumably there will be more, Republican House delegations than there will be Democratic at that point. But you guys, that is only if the election is a squeaker. Right now, third-party candidates are not helping us, and that is we really want to talk to our friends who are voting third party and let them know that with all of this going on, every vote is going to matter. But if we can drive up the vote totals, drive up that popular vote victory, and drive up turnout to make this a very high turnout election with wide margins in every state, he can't do it. There is no trick he can pull out of his hat. Remember, Donald Trump is a bully. And what bullies do is they try to scare you. That's all he's got. Fear is the one tool he's got in his tool belt. If you allow yourself to be scared by him, it's working. Don't let it work. And I'm just going to close by saying, remember Nightmare on Elm Street? Sorry to bring that up. It's a little weird in my case to bring it up, but I'm going to bring it up because it's a really good example. Remember Nancy at the end? She finally discovers the trick to beating Freddy Kreuger, and it's just turning her back on him. She stops giving him any energy, and he just evaporates. Now, I don't think Trump's going to evaporate quite yet, but I cannot tell you how much it helps our side when we stop giving him so much power. He is a zero. He's a man of nothing and nothingness. Stop giving him your power. You deserve so much better. It is an act of self-worth to focus on the incredible campaign that Kamala Harris is running and all of the Democrats up and down the ballot, to work in joy to help them and ignore the sad noises coming out of a losing side. Okay? We've got this. Breathe in faith, breathe out fear, look for something to do, because your hands, if they're busy, will not be ringing in fear. Does that make sense? We've got this, you guys. We've got this. Trust in us. We are united, we are together, and we're going to do this, okay?